We're going to do a little bit of a different style one today, aren't we? We're going to be focusing primarily on sports because CrossFit Games, the Olympics, and...
No, I commented on your story because we disagreed on it. Do you not think there was like controversy between it? Like whether it's like other things as well as mental health that you might have pushed the mental health to the front as a ploy? No?
Well, if she did, that's very bad.
Oh,
but
yeah.
It's just everything. Like, there is no other athlete that... There's people that are stronger, there's people that are fitter, there's people that are better at gymnastics, but there's no one other athlete that can do it all.
Yeah.
And that's why I love CrossFit, and that's why I love the CrossFit Games, because it's
100%.
It is truly the fittest on earth.
Hi guys, welcome to episode 27 of Normalising Life podcast with me and Adam. I don't know why I talked like a robot there, but we'll go with it.
You've got to get this first bit right, mate. You've got to know which episode we're on. We are episode. It's always hard for you to get that bit right. Episode 27.
I think I've got like mosquito bites. People who are on YouTube can see I've got mosquito bites in my eyes. They're starting to go for my eyes. They're starting to go for like really dangerous parts of my body, and it might be affecting my brain cells. So I'm going to blame that of why I can't say what episode it is.
Yeah, well, we've got we're going to do a little bit of a different style one today, aren't we? We're going to be focusing primarily on sports because CrossFit Games, the Olympics, and loads of other stuff. And like, honestly, my life has been consumed with that really at the minute, and I haven't really had much else going on. So there isn't much else that's happened this week.
Yeah, absolutely. That's all my weekends. It's been CrossFit and Olympics. So there's no. It's. I mean, like, I don't even know what I was going to say there. The normalising life does come into the Olympics because there's been a lot of Olympics and CrossFit. Like there's a lot of situations that I've seen over the weekend. You're just like, fuck me, that's deep. Like people winning, people losing, people making sacrifices. Like we need to talk about it for sure.
Yeah, people splitting things in half.
People splitting things in half. Yeah, I hated that. We'll get on to that. We'll get on to that. We'll do structure. We'll go like an order and see. Right, I'm gonna write the three things.
CrossFit, Olympics, and controversy. So everyone's got to wait until the end for the controversy stuff. Right. Because me and you have got a little bit of different opinions on some as well.
I wrote the Olympics and I've wrote CrossFit, Olympics, CrossFit, and you pick a number between 1 and 4, and I'll pick which one it is. Go. I don't know how it's going to work. Three. Right, it's Olympics first then. Do you trust me that I done that properly? Because I wouldn't.
It was the way you went, you pick one between 1 and 4 and then I'll pick which one that's going to be.
Yeah. I was using a pen like that with no fucking lid on it. Right, so Olympics, we'll go for that first. Did you watch much of the Olympics? You see much of it?
I've been watching like the highlights of it. I haven't been watching all of it, and I haven't watched as much of it as I would like, but I've just been watching kind of the highlight bits. But over the last week it has literally been, move on to it in a second, but there's been so much CrossFit on that I haven't even really watched that much of the Olympics in the last week, but
sort of the
there's been definitely some random bits.
Highlights that I've seen so far, I mean highlights is in like the things that are happening to you like wow, is I've seen the women hitting a 163 clean and jerk, or 161, 163 or something like that clean and jerk. Like what's going on when there's women? That was
the British woman. I think the Chinese woman hit 180.
Jesus Christ! I don't understand. And then the man, the 71 kilo Chinese man who hit, I think it was a total of 300 and fucking, I don't know, ridiculous numbers. It was like a 191 clean and jerk, or 205, I can't remember, but it was ridiculous anyway. Just watching athletes like that, it's just like next level. And he actually missed his first lift, and then he got no rep. That's what it was. He got no rep, and then he went in and put more kilos on and hit that one. I was like, wow. But that came up, and then the Jamaicans, all three of them winning gold, silver, and bronze, that's pretty fucking impressive. Your whole country winning all the medals. That was. I heard cool.
that there was some not controversy, but some conflict around that. I don't think 2 of the team members liked the woman that won gold, because if you watch the race, they don't celebrate or like congratulate each other afterwards.
Oh really? I didn't see that.
I don't hold me to that, but I remember seeing this there were some issues with something earlier on, and I don't know what it was, but I
Must
remember
be
the
pretty
commentator
bad
saying something. I know, I know.
If you're winning gold medals and people are clapping you, that must be you must have done something bad. Definitely
Yeah, I don't
cheated
know.
with her husband or something.
The guy, didn't he? The British guy got disqualified as well in the 100 meters.
What for? Just early starts or full
Early
starts?
start, yeah, early start.
Yeah, the sprint's mad. Like there was Italian. I was in the house over here and like I just heard everyone just screaming. And I was like, what the fuck is that? Like my neighbours and all. I was like, what the fuck's going on? And then I looked at my phone and it was the Italian won the 100 meters and like the whole like I didn't know it was so much fans of 100-meter races, but apparently there is. But yeah, that Italian guy done well to win that. I think 9.8 seconds or something mad.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah,
Crazy.
something ridiculously good. Yeah, he was steadily getting better. Like from this is again, I didn't watch him all, but from what the commentators were saying, he was just gradually, steadily improving throughout, and he smashed it at the end.
Yeah, sick. What other highlights has there been? A guy I know from Belfast, Ian Walsh. He won bronze medal in the boxing, and he's the most humble guy ever. When he was in his interview, he was just thanking. He didn't. He was grateful. Like he said at the start, he was just grateful for everyone around him. Like he didn't take what do you call it? Like when he didn't take it for himself. He rewarded everyone around him with the medal, and he didn't take any sort of satisfaction himself. It was class. It was just class to see. Like all his team around him and stuff like that. There, really, really good to see.
Yeah, and there were Tom Daly as well winning his first gold.
Yeah, see how many he's been to 4 Olympics. This is his first.
He's been
gold
4
medal.
Olympics. Yeah.
Mental.
What did you say? 13 years. 13 years. 4 Olympics. They said something about a span over 3 decades.
And he still looks about 14. That's mad as well.
Yeah.
Like he
A
did
span
really
of 3.
fresh.
Yeah. 3 different decades he's competed in the Olympics. That's crazy, that, isn't it?
That is crazy. Yeah, but
And
there's
one
also
gold.
been the controversy of you tagged me in this during I commented on your story because we disagreed on it, and it was the whole Simone Biles situation about her giving up her spot on the team because she had mental health issues. What's your view on it?
So my view, as it always is yourself and your mental health comes first, and I don't think there's in any situation can that be sacrificed.
Do you
Obviously,
think it's
there's
pure
very,
honesty?
very
Do you not think there was like controversy between it, like whether it's like other things as well as mental health that you might have pushed the mental health to the front as a ploy? No.
Well, if she did, that's very bad.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
I would like to think that someone in her position and of her kind of reputation would not do something like that. So I would I'd definitely go in first
Get the
of
benefit of the
it's
doubt.
not.
I can see what you're saying.
Yeah, it's not.
But it's like,
not.
It's
Yeah, I
like
think that a
calling
lot of
blind on
time
people's
people
eyes.
a lot of people can. It's guilty until proven innocent, but it's not. It's innocent until proven guilty in that case. So I'm very much about. Well, I'd believe her until I'm been shown something that's not true.
I just I feel like it wasn't a good picture for people. I'm like one of the ones, I don't really care if anyone disagrees with me because it's my opinion, but like if you're on stage like at that level of competition, you're such a role model to everyone around you, and I can see where you're coming from, where this is also a good role model as like admitting to having mental health illness, but like giving up at the tier before, like she was losing and she sort of like backed out and gave up before she let. I don't know. I just think it's a bad influence on people who are struggling, and like saying just step back and let other people do it for you, sort of thing. Like that's why I disagreed with it a bit. But it was a touchy subject. There's a lot of people talking about it. A lot of controversy around it.
Yeah, and like I say, I
like
stand on
the mental illness is still going to be there in 4 days whenever she's completed. Like it's not like it's just going to disappear whenever she it's going to make things worse. Surely, if she admits this now and then 4 days, like she's going to get all sorts of fucking backfire abuse, and then it's going to get 10 times worse rather than just waiting it out, finishing the competition, and then saying, "Look, I had a mental health disorder during that, but I decided to push through and complete this. That'd be so much more inspirational to people, I think.
I don't. That for me is suppressing it, and I don't
No,
think
it's
anyone
not. It's
should
more
suppress
using it
it.
as a tool. It's using it as like I think when she gave up that at that situation the day before the event, instead of just getting it finished and then saying, or even saying that I have really a lot of shit going on in my head, but I'm going to see this through and finish it. Like, imagine how much more force that would have behind it. Like, I'm having a trouble here, but I'm going to fucking get this done. Like, I would tip my hat off to that. Like, instead of just saying, I have a load of shit going on, I can't do this. Bang,
Yeah,
out.
I think you've got to judge it a lot on the severity of it though, because like saying I have mental health issues is just like saying I have a leg injury. It's, or is that a graze on your knee, or is that a compound fracture that you can't, your ankle's flopping about?
Yeah.
I think there's the same, like there's not enough context in that sense there. Like you need to be able to go in her position. Like what if it was that she had levels of anxiety and stuff that had made it so that she couldn't have performed at the best of abilities, so actually at that point then she's taking the team's considerations into account because she's not going to perform to the best of her abilities.
But like, that's like saying Usain Bolt isn't going to win a 100-meter race. Like, she rewrote the rules of gymnastics. Like last year, they changed like a lot of the moves around her ability because she just broke every record. Like this girl could breeze it. Like she didn't even need to try to get a silver. Like, and even if you don't win gold, like it's not the winning behind it. It's the pushing boundaries behind it. Like it's exciting. Like for example, in the Euro finals, there was, I can't remember the Italian player. He was it was about 20 minutes left before the end of the, no, it was less than that, before penalties, and he got hurt in his leg, and you can see he was in pain, but like he got taken off the pitch and seen to, and then you can see him hobbling back on the pitch because he wanted to stay on that pitch so he can hit a fucking penalty. I'm not getting off this pitch because I want to hit the penalty, and I'm hobbling here until I can hit it. Like that's the difference. Like I want to see that. That's an inspiration, personally.
Yeah. Well, again, it goes down to the severity of it. If you've tweaked your hamstring, is your leg injury, and you can hobble back on and do it, then great. Yeah. But if you've broke your leg, he's not going to continue then, is he? So it's severity of the issue, which hasn't really been divulged that much. Yeah. I don't think so. It's something that is still, there's still a lot of unknown factors behind it. But like I say, I'm just in the position of that you need to look after your mental state no matter what, and I do believe that I reckon it's as high as 1 in 2 of them athletes there at the Olympics. 1 in 2 are suffering from mental health conditions of some form.
For sure, like, but you wouldn't be at that position if you didn't have to make sacrifices. Like, there's no one in those Olympics, unless people are completely gifted, that wouldn't have to make really fucking hard sacrifices in their life that probably would change up the mental health disorders for sure. But
yeah,
like again, they are still people at that level are the biggest role models for every young athlete out there. It's just I don't think it's a good inspiration personally, but yeah, we'll agree to disagree. I definitely see the other side of it. Obviously, I can see how important mental health is, obviously, as well. But it's just I personally wouldn't go around it the same way she did, and I think that's why she's getting so much backfire from it. But I'm sure she's still young, and I'm sure she'll learn from this situation, and hopefully she'll get help.
Yeah. No, I'm sure she's got the best of the best around her for like sports psychologists and things like that, for whatever it is that she needs to deal with. But yeah, no, I think that having we'll agree to disagree, but having the strength and being able to be vulnerable on a stage like that shows like really, really good inspiration in my manner.
Yeah.
But,
yeah, I agree with her. Other controversial things that happened in the Olympics. The transgender woman, she didn't get through.
No, yeah. I know she.
I sort of wanted her to get through. I wanted her to win, so it proves to everyone that it's not fair.
Yeah, it's one of them controversial things again, isn't it? That, I mean, I agree with you there. I don't think it's fair because when she was a he, if that's the correct terminology, I apologise if it's not. But she will have been making more testosterone before she had the sex change. So technically, she will have had more muscle mass because that's what testosterone does. And that's why people take testosterone, like bodybuilders and stuff, to make more muscle mass and to get stronger. So because she will have done that when she was younger, them muscles are not just going to suddenly change when she has a sex change. So even though she didn't win and she may not have been as technically good as the other people, I agree that I don't think it's necessarily fair. And it is very difficult, and I don't know where they draw the line. I don't know what the answer is, but I'd love to see like scientific research saying that this and this happens, so it's going to be fair.
I seen James Smith put up a good point about it. Like, instead of just having them in the same category, why don't they just do like a transgender Olympics where it's just transgender athletes, which is it's the same as like adaptive athletes or like Special Olympics. It's transgender Olympics. Why not just do that? I'm sure there's plenty of them that would probably enter, but like categorizing like that instead of like putting it in the mix and making controversy, it's just not fair on other athletes who've dedicated their whole lives to get to that point. And there's people who got pushed out for her, like that literally dedicated their whole lives to get to that point in their female career, and to see someone who wasn't born a female come in and take her place at the Olympics, like it must have been fucking soul destroying. But that was controversial as fuck. I really don't know where they were coming from with that one. I don't know what they're. I think apparently it has like 4 categories where it's like morally, like if it's physical, moral, and I can't remember the 4 categories, but it's how they decide things in the Olympics. So I don't even know enough to hear to explain. So I'm just gonna fucking sack that off. What else happened in the Olympics? It was
I mean, there are a lot of new sports, weren't they, as well, which was interesting.
Oh, skateboarding was fast. Skateboarding was very good.
Yeah, there was skateboarding, there was BMX racing, there was a lot of female-male relays that I thought that's quite...
Oh, yeah, that's right. Mixed relay. That was mad, that.
Yeah, so like I saw I imagined... I was looking at the triathlon relay, with male and female, and just any triathlon relay is funny because obviously normally it starts at a swim and they're all stood still ready to dive, and they run down the ramp and like they do like a running dive into the pool, and just the timing of where it showed the clip of it, I just imagined, you know, that meme where it's like that, I just imagine them all like, I don't know why that was even relevant, but that's just what went through my head. I couldn't stop laughing. That was what we're going through my head. Yeah, that's a class sound effect that you make there, man.
I'm here all week. There was the other thing. What did you think of the splitting of the gold medal for the high jump between the Italian and I think it was a Slovakian or something, I can't remember. But splitting the gold medal. What do you think?
I don't understand why they did that. Like, could they literally not? They were both jumping exactly the same height. They jumped
the exact same height, yeah, and that was their max.
Yeah.
So I would say just keep trying until someone fucking falls. But apparently you can just say, do you want to share it? And we'll be like, yeah, clink. Break it in half. Yeah. That's your half. Or do they share it throughout the year? It's like you take it for the first 3 months, I'll take the second 3 months, and then we'll see what we want to do after that.
Yeah, no, I really don't know. Like,
it's mad.
Because technically, like, it's not endurance high jump, it's high jump.
Yeah.
So, like, if it was, you can't go again and again and again because...
it's just like, where's the line again? Like, in boxing, they're just going to say, don't want to fight, we'll just split it here, we'll split the gold medal. Like, no, like, where is the line? It has to be across the board, everything. Like, the only other time I can think about when it might happen, right, is in the 100-meter race. If someone photo finished exact same fucking time on the photo finish on the line, then you might be splitting the medal. But again, where's the line? You need to be able to, I think they just jump off. Breakdancing or something.
Just a completely different event. How far can you shot put?
Yeah. Sumo wrestling.
It's like a game thing now, and they just spin the wheel, see which is going to be the tie-breaking event.
Yeah.
Well, obviously, like, there's going to be, like, it could happen with any sport, really, I guess.
Yeah.
It's like, but something like that of, like, weightlifting, or that you go up in quite incremental stages.
Yeah.
It's like something like javelin is like, obviously you could throw that as far as you can, whereas this high jump, you set the amounts that you're going to go up, don't you?
Yeah, but you go obviously do the max, don't you?
Yeah, so you obviously want to do your max, but like I say, like if he'd have gone on his max jump, if he'd have gone like 2 millimeters higher,
yeah, surely,
would he have still made it?
Yeah, surely you just do that. Surely you just keep going until someone fucking fails. That's what I mean.
Yeah.
Instead, like, it's just taking away the whole winning mentality of the Olympics. The Olympics are getting, like, imagine why the Olympics was made back in fucking prehistoric times, whatever the fucking times it was. Not prehistoric. What age is that? I don't know. I'm tired. I can't remember. we'll say the Roman times when they started the Olympics.
Romans, yeah.
Like, imagine they were just like, I will split this medal. We're not going to do all three. Like, there's podiums. You can go stand in the same box there. You don't need to stand different levels. Just stand in the same one there. We're all like, nah, fuck that. Go for gold.
Yeah.
Like, that's the whole point of the Olympics, winning the gold medal. And when you're splitting between two people, where the fuck's the competition? I don't like it. I don't like it, Adam. And we should put it in the bin.
Put it in the bin. Splitting gold medals in the bin.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, there's been a lot of positive things. I think one of the bad things that is not bad things for necessarily us, but all the athletes apparently, like, they all hang around after their events and get to know each other and whatnot. And then this year they've been like, nope, as soon as your event's finished, you need to get on a plane.
Yeah.
See you later. You got a day.
And there's
something.
no crowd.
You've got to go home.
That's pretty mad. There's no crowd.
Yeah. So that's got to be weird for these people that have trained the entire lives to do their thing in front of a big crowd, and no, you don't have a crowd.
Yeah, weird, very weird. But they're all like non-professional athletes, really. They're all amateur. Are they professional? I don't know, can't remember. But so they're probably not even used to training in front of a crowd. But yeah, it was cool. But I think it's over now, isn't it? Or is it day 11, day 12? Can't remember.
I don't know. But the big thing that we have both been watching a lot of is the CrossFit Games, isn't it?
CrossFit Games, yeah. It was absolutely epic. It was the longest fucking CrossFit Games ever.
I know.
Well, how the hell they done 15 events at that intensity? Like, after the second one, I just quit.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Is like, I bet every person was thinking, not all of the events, by the way, but it's like some of them. It's like, I'd have a good go at that. Yeah, maybe you would. Fresh, after doing nothing, not after 10 other events.
Yeah,
over 2 days.
And the worst thing about it, like, in interviews before I suppose they're being positive and psyching themselves up, but like BKG and Pat Vellner all was like, yeah, I'm pretty fresh, I'm ready to leave it all on the floor. I'm like, how the fuck are you fresh, bro? You've ran about miles, you snatched 130, and it's crazy. But yeah,
there was a lot of running, wasn't there?
There was so much running, and I don't know why. Because there's ergs there, right? There's no bikes or nothing. Oh, there was one maybe.
Yeah, they're air bike, but they won't let any road biker out.
Did you watch it all? Did you watch the adaptive athletes and team athletes and stuff? No.
I watched some of the team and some of the adapted, but I watched all of the
I can't get myself psyched up for the team. I don't know why, because I'm usually training the team if I'm doing anything, but I just can't get myself like psyched up for it. I don't know why.
I think there's too many things going on. Like, I can't focus on, like, I like to focus on like the one or two people, but when you're watching 5 people do something or like 4 people do something, it's like, oh my god, where am I looking?
Yeah, absolutely. So who would be your favourite athlete of the weekend?
I think Scott Panchek, just because he was running on a injured meniscus and his kind of history in CrossFit, I thought he was just really, really good to watch, and to still come where he placed with an injury as well, I thought was really good. And then I can't remember the Brazilian lad.
Harris.
Yeah, he is just Olympic lifting, and the thing that he did when he won, and he were like, pointed at his Reeboks and were like this.
Yeah, because Reebok
fucking loved it.
Yeah, Reebok agreed at the start of the games. Everyone who wins in Reebok shoes gets $10,000. So that was mega.
Nice.
See, but if you think
he won
about it,
three events as well.
Yeah, he won 3 events, but like that, not only for a Brazilian, like, but for an amateur athlete or like a professional CrossFit athlete, they don't make much money at all. Like I remember what's a cowboy called? CrossFit Cowboy is his handle, but I can't remember. But he came in his camper van and he was like, he had like a scooter because he was running out of fuel and he couldn't even afford to get fuel, so he was running about in a fucking electric scooter around the games because like that's how poor athletes are. Like they can't afford to even get to the games, some of them. So to see someone like that from Brazil getting 30 grand is pretty fucking sick.
Yeah.
The prize money is just going every year, just climbing. I think
310,000.
310,000, like, and he's only 23 years old as well. Medeiros.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah, as soon as I saw him compete last year, I was like, he's going to win next year.
Yeah, I think
that was before I knew Matt Fraser were retiring, and I mean that were a big sign. I think he's going to win next year. If Matt Fraser competed, he would not have. Medeiros would not have won.
No.
But
yeah, you're right.
I do think that, like, I did think that he was going to win if Matt Fraser didn't. I said it, even though we didn't post last week's podcast, I did say that in that last week's beforehand.
I think as soon as I seen Fraser training Medeiros, I was like, right, that's fine. He's going to win it, like, for sure. But I fancied Vellner. Like, I really love Fikowski. He's one of my favourite athletes ever. Like, the professor, he's been in it for fucking years. And Vellner, I love Vellner as well. Them too, so it's good to see them two on the podium. But I thought Vellner was going to get it at the end. If he didn't fuck up the first event, he came near last in the first event. If he didn't do that, then he's done that like 3 years in a row. Like he always at the starts really shit, and then climbs and chases after. Like
digs himself a massive hole.
Massive hole.
Yeah, and then it was funny, wasn't it? Because Medeiros only won one event. He won the very last event.
Yeah, it's all about consistency, isn't it?
Yeah, and that's what I love about it. It's like it is truly the fittest on earth, which is what I love about it. Is because it's just everything. Like there is no other athlete that. There's people that are stronger. There's people that are fitter. There's people that are better at gymnastics. But there's no one other athlete that can do it all. Yeah. And that's why I love CrossFit, and that's why I love the CrossFit Games, because it's
100%.
It is truly the fittest on earth.
This competition, like the Games this year, is just the biggest test, I think, of an all-round athlete. It had absolutely everything in it, and I think that was like the best test for an all-round athlete. Like even throwing in so many curveballs, like the free handstand holds, they were mental. Yeah. They looked so hard. The freestanding handstand push-ups.
Yeah.
They looked ridiculous. They were so hard. I need to try it. I think it'd be well hard.
Yeah, no, I mean, I can't even do one against a wall yet, so I think I'll leave that for the time being.
Wait for the next couple of pounds to come off, and then you'll be doing it fine.
Yeah. No, yeah. I do like. I just love watching it, and it's really, really motivational to try and get back into it. Never really got out of it, but just to really push you in your workouts and stuff, and really give you that little bit more.
Like seeing just how much people are dedicated, and do you know what it is? Like, see how it's not a big money, not yet anyway. It's not a big money career being a CrossFit athlete, which makes it so much better. It's the same as like Gaelic footballers and amateur sports like that. Like they are giving their heart and soul to that sport without like no money incentives. It's all intrinsic motivation. You know what I mean? Like they're doing it for themselves. They're not doing it for anything else. Which I love that. Like I think that's what I love about CrossFit too. It's like you're doing it for yourself rather than anyone else. After like the speeches and all after, like they're just such nice people. I think like.
Yeah, I think it does wonders for your mindset doing CrossFit, like for your mindset and your mental health, because generally it's very community driven, so you get like love and connection from people in your community. You get uncertainty of in so many different workouts and stuff, and you hit all the human needs from like you get significance because everyone loves you, everyone's cheering you on. It's like it's really, really good, and like the community vibe of CrossFit is great for your mental health, and I think that's why I love it. And I don't know very many situations where there's been a lot of hatred. Like, you can see it in the athletes. Like, if someone is struggling to finish a workout, they're there. Everyone else that's finished is there shouting them on by the side.
100%.
It's not like if, like, say, Tia and Mel O'Brien, them two competing in that thruster event.
Yeah.
Like, as soon as Mel had beat Tia, then Tia goes over and congratulates her and gives her a hug. There's no
No
fuck you
blood
kind of thing.
I think it's because everyone knows
I love it.
how hard it is, and like everyone knows how much effort it fucking takes and how much you have to leave on the competition floor to be able to get to where they are. Like, and what here talking to Mal O'Brien, 17 years old, like, what an absolute freak of nature, like, unbelievable.
Yeah.
What an animal.
Yeah, definitely. Like, she's crazy. She's gonna be big in the sport. She's strong as well. Like, when she was doing the snatch,
so strong.
it was crazy. I was expecting to go out quite early just because it's like that kind of maturity, muscle maturity kind of thing.
You can tell her form was perfect though, because she went to a point where it made it look easy, and then her next lift she couldn't hit it, like, because she went to her absolute max, like, because her form's so good. You know what I mean? Where you can't really muscle it, unlike others who just like get it up the fuck. Don't care how it gets up, just get it up.
Yeah, but if we're talking about the snatch, there are a few things in the snatch event. Like, first of all, the Brazilian guys snatch. I would marry that snatch. That sounds really wrong when you say it like that.
It was disgusting, like, how good it is, and it was the same at every single weight. It was just unbelievable, like how he locked out.
I wanted
so
him
fast.
to. The commentators were saying his PB was 309.
Yeah.
And he hit 305, and it looked piss easy, but like you say, it could be just that 1 kilo difference that throws you over sometimes. But on the hype of the crowd and everything, I wanted him to go again.
Oh, I wanted to see.
I was like, go again.
I was watching the demo athletes. Tolo, I think his name is. He was doing it, and he lifted 150 kilos in the demo. He's like probably the strongest weightlifter in all of CrossFit probably. But now I think Malheiros was giving him a run for his money for sure. But Big Tolo, he hit 150 I think in the warm up. Crazy weights.
Bloody hell!
Like that
is crazy.
And
Annie, I can never remember which one it is. It's not David's daughter, is it?
Thora's daughter.
Thora's daughter. Yeah. When she hit her snatch and the shock on her face.
I got goosebumps whenever she hit that. And
I know.
It was what a time. Like, she was just amazing over the weekend. She's competed in 3 different decades. So she competed first in 2009 as a 17-year-old, and then she got injured for a while. She wrecked her back,
a lower back. Yeah.
I can't remember what it was, but really bad injury. Like, she came back from that, and then she had a baby, and then she's here the year after she has a baby. Like, fuck me, what an animal. And then she hits the podium, 3rd place.
Oh, Brooke Wells as well.
Her arm, that was fucking bad. Like,
yeah, that was
bad. I can't even fucking talk about it. It was like she had an elbow sleeve on, and when she cracked it out, you can see how mangled her arm was inside. It was all this misshapen.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
No, yeah, it was dislocated elbow, and I said to you, like, I was watching it, and I was like, I know she's got an elbow sleeve on, but it does not seem stable. That, like, just in general, she seems really, like, unstable in the lockout. It didn't seem like she was locking out well, and then when she got a little bit heavier, that happened. I'm like, yep, I was right.
She's one of the strongest athletes as well, I'd say. Last year she deadlifted like 200. Ridiculous.
It was ridiculous, that deadlift.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, it completely messed up my life because it were on late, so I were a lot later than I normally am.
I agree. And then the ones that I missed, that was that late. I just got up early in the morning, and I'm wasting the morning watching it as well. And then whenever everyone's like, I had to watch all the fucking Craig Ritchie videos and the Buttery Bro videos. Like, it just took over my life all weekend, and I had so much studying to do as well. That's the worst thing about it. I had so much stuff to do, but CrossFit come first.
Yeah. No, I know. Well, that's like, for me, it's one thing that is like, that could have easily been the start of a bit of a self-loathing, beating myself up spiral. But once a year of something that I really enjoy, and it's only been added to by the fact that I've been watching the Olympics as well. But these things just added together have been a little bit of like, I really should be getting on with some stuff now. But just like letting myself understand that this isn't every week. You're gonna
Oh,
get on
100%.
top of things again soon.
And because you do
going from there.
it, like now, you're in the CrossFit now, like it gives you so much more motivation to train. Like watching everyone train just makes you want to see watching people snatching. It's like fuck me, I'd love to get a barbell in my living room here and just snatch it. Like
Yeah,
you just get you so pumped to train. Like, and that's why that's why I love the CrossFit Games as well. It just gives you sort of something to aim towards. Obviously,
Yeah.
I'm not going to get there, like, but it gives you something like some more motivation to be better.
yeah. No, I mean, I'd love to. This is where my kind of next step is. I think is getting into an actual box, like because I'm training on my own at the minute,
Yeah.
and it's good. But I like just the commute. More of like I still do my own training and stuff. You're programming for me, but it's just more being in that environment. I think.
Oh yeah, definitely. And you'll learn so much more if people teach you in person. Like, obviously my program is top notch, but having someone in person telling you what you're doing wrong live is a complete different ball game.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, but that's been a lot of the sports this week, hasn't it? Really, we've been primarily focusing on. Is there anything? What did you think of the kayaking? Very random thing, wasn't it?
Yeah, he always throws in a curveball that way. He threw in a paddleboard the year before. Castro was a genius. Like everyone gives him grief, but like the man is a programming genius for sure. He knows what he's doing. Apart from the one that they nearly broke, his algorithm.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say next.
The yoke.
The yoke. I had a love tears. You were like less than half a meter off from finishing that.
What a freak! Like, that was mega heavy, like 200 kilo as well, wasn't it?
They were saying that they wanted the athletes to have a chance of finishing it in the third round, but not before.
Yeah, so they were talking about all the demo team, they all didn't get it finished within the first three.
Yeah, that just shows the difference between like what would be 35 and top 5.
Yeah,
in a sense of that there, because say Tia was ridiculous with that, and who was the guy who nearly did it?
Was it
There were
Adler?
2 guys that got really close. Yeah, it might have been Adler. He's a strong dude.
Adler is a monster, like.
But yeah, no, it's crazy to see. I'm looking forward to actually doing the Open next year and like putting
the
a
first
score
Open
up
is
in the
good.
Open.
Like the first Open is that you get the buzz like of competing and stuff, and you feel like part of the community. Even like I wish I'd done it sooner. Like I always thought like doing the Open, I was like, no, I'm not ready to do it. Not ready to do it. You're always ready to do it. Like even if it's going to be shit, it means you can look back on it. So this year was the first time I've actually done the Open officially. So I don't get to look back on my scores and see how much I've progressed, but like there's people who've been doing it since like 7 years ago, and they're probably on the same level as me, but they've been putting in shit scores all year, like every year, and seeing themselves getting better and better and better, which is class. And seeing themselves.
And
like,
you get top
rank up.
1,000 in Ireland.
Top 100, but I wanna.
Oh, nice.
But I wanna get. I wanna say top 20, top 25, but we'll see. I'm not big enough. I don't think.
Been practicing your GHDs because they killed you last time, did they?
They murdered me. Still working off my injury from that wad, fuck's sake.
I know that's something I want to do more of, some stuff like that. But obviously I don't have a GHD in the gym.
You're very limited, but.
But yeah, no, I think that a little bit shorter and sweeter. But we wanted to wrap up everything to do with sports really, and kind of around watching them, how they've inspired us, how they potentially inspire other people, and as well, it's just good watching people at such an elite level. But it's remembering that I think that all these athletes, top athletes, are humans too. Even though they might be superhuman in their actions, they still deal with the mental health. They still get anxiety. They still get nervous. Still get stress about all these different things. And a lot of the time, I think, especially in Olympic athletes, there's statistics around it that they all deal with. There's like post-Olympics depression is a massive thing and stuff like that, and it's because it's once every 4 years. It's not like it's sometimes you get one shot at it in a lifetime, maybe 2.
Yeah. And
it's a crazy thing that people have trained their entire lives for this, and it's like, oh, now what? Kind of thing. So guys, if you want to check out Hybrid Academy, look at the lovely vest that Rob's wearing, look out the lovely t-shirt I'm wearing, then please please hit the link in the description and use code NL10 for 10% off. If you would like to come to my A-game free mental, physical and internal health training on a Thursday evening, then please hit the link in the description as well and you can sign up from there. And I believe that is everything. So we will see you guys next week with another episode of Normalising Life. Bye guys.